Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You that chop line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again. What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Covid money, me say we eat the yellow rat you. Use the youth, them money, waste my bust a man to statue. Say we like a cash, but they got in a figure you. Take the spit of money, God and say that is not you. On the head, the man above him, up him, I got a bread too much. It in the kitchen, some of my well like a pat too. When singers and DJs and social media that's coming at you. It burn me, 300% free. It burn me, garbage pile up the day. It burn me, give the teacher them raise. It burn me, I see corruption face. It burn me, mash down the people them house. It burn me, every day appear arms out. It burn me, appear money them a thief. It burn me, and them a sell out with beach. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again.
Well, family, happy Sunday. How you guys doing? You guys good? Jamaican Carlos is good too if you guys are good. Guys, I'm just watching the paper a while ago them say Andrew Wallace show up when they have the cabinet reshuffle, or some man supposed to shuffle around. But like me tell you, Labourite them, Andrew Wallace are the weakest man of the Labourite party, and if they push him out, yeah, if not, them will feel it. However, guys, let's get down tonight. How you guys doing? Sunday, you know. Someone a cook and a grater and a coconut or a blend it up. Catherine Cunningham, Nablet Samuels, David Jervis, Gloria Morris, Leonie Denton. Bless up family. Sharon Williams, Jason Kane. Man, as I respect to each and every one of tuning people. Let's get down tonight. Now, What we have as a people. Last night, I was on Will Rattigan. For those who watch a show there. Great show last night, right, guys? Yeah, great panel, great show. Wonderful, educational. Especially the segment with Hugh Wildman, attorney, right? Very smart man. And two of my questions to Hugh Wildman, remember clearly what stand out, and it's still in my head this morning. I get up and I think about it same way. I asked Hugh Wildman, are we in a constitutional crisis? His answer was yes. Jamaica is in a constitutional crisis based on what the DPP and them are do right now. Remember, you know, she a DPP, and now she make the government help her fight her own court people, them, her own co-worker, them. Look on it. She make the executive push everything from top. Now I fight the own courts where she working at. I believe she DPP now have no integrity, people. So Hugh Wildman say yes, Jamaica is in a constitutional crisis. Remember, me and a lot agree now. So me ask one of the best and the brightest. It was a pleasure to see that brother give up himself to answer some question, make himself available to answer some question from the panel, and I really appreciate that. Another question. So yes, number one, we are in constitutional crisis. Number two, me ask him another question. Can the JLP, because me see this question thrown around in comment section all over social media, can the government amend the constitution again? Remember, they did it before to keep this woman there. May I ask Mr. Wildman, can the government amend the constitution again to keep Paula Llewellyn there? And Mr. Wildman answer to me was, him don't think the government is going to do that. And the reason why I think him say that is because too much yide upon them now, them they under the spotlight, so him don't think them are going to be so bare-faced. Him never said bare-faced, but him say him don't think they are going to do that. So no, he did not say no, they can't do it because so and so and so and so. Remember, I don't know about lie, you know. So he never said them can't do it based on this, that, and the other in the law. So, you know, don't permit them to do it. Him say him don't think they are going to do it. So there's still a loophole where them can't do it. Remember, them still can't do it with the majority and whatever them can do. So my thing now, people, uno come here, people, no walk, uno come here. And I respected Mr. Wildman answer based on the law and I got school fee. That's why I ask people with knowledge. Him say him don't think them gonna do it, but people, do you put nothing past this government in power? Do you put nothing past these people? Want to see if they hide, want to cover what they want to cover? And I'm hearing it's alleged that DPP decided to fight till the end. She decided to stay there and throw the country in a constitutional crisis just for her own personal gain. I believe she's not thinking about the country. It's more than the country now. It's now personal. Because if your action is hurting the country, like, you know, fling the country in a whole constitutional crisis, then you have Nigel over there, another constitutional crisis with him. We should have asked Mr. Wildman that also. With him, with the first in the history, the budget presentation have to come back to Parliament because it wasn't done properly. So you have workers now whose salary is going to be late. So you have salary and lockdown. You have court cases tomorrow and lockdown. Since last week, Friday after the hearing, you have criminal cases up to just throughout right now or just upon lockdown until further notice. So you want to tell me, say, no, this woman job, our urge to get this job, our effort to get this job, or whatever it takes, or keep this job. You want to tell me, say, it more than the country and national thing, people. Look on it good, no man. The country is flung in a tailspin. The DPP, who should have known better, She sit down there and make basically the prime minister a war with the court. That's how I look at it, because why would she be doing that if the prime minister wasn't a corrupt man? If the prime minister was anything but a corrupt man, would the DPP be questionable in this thing, people? Look where we are as a people. Now we hear Delroy Chuck. Delroy Chuck is going to appeal the appeal court hearing. He's not satisfied with what the appeal court said. Delroy Chuck said, I'm going to appeal the court hearing. But listen to me, people. In my book, Delroy Chuck is a dunce. That's how I look at Delroy Chuck. Straight dunce. Because Delroy Chuck and Malahu Fort and all of these people who think they are some law scholar, they have cast their decision are I think they're the one who is telling the government what to do. You understand me? And them are telling what to do. So I would think whatever they are saying to the government or whatever they are saying to the prime minister or whoever influence them is all wrong. Because if you listen to Mr. Hugh Wildman last night, he said every constitutional case him and the government ever battle out in a court with, him win them. Everyone the government lose to Mr. Hugh Wildman in a constitutional court in Jamaica. I repeat, Mr. Wildman said every single case, him and the government go in a constitutional court with, the government lose. Now, then why would you look on Delroy Chuck than anything else than a big loser? We sit down there and make out a thing and run around and make taxpayer pay. Don't forget, it's not the first. The appeal order that is coming from the constitutional court. Don't forget the young man whose constitutional right they violate during the SOE state of emergency. Lock up the young man in a court, in a rather jailhouse, rather, and no charges. So the same youth down Mobile away the St. James, him get $18 million from the government. So the constitutional court flagged the government and find the government wrong for locking up this young man and no charges for so long under SOE, which is unconstitutional in itself. So the government took that back to court, Mr. Delroy arming truck. The government took it back to court, just like the Imasema appeal it. They appealed it before. And when they reach at the court, the government again lose. Now, how much do you think it costs taxpayers to appeal every time they write Chuck push forward these things and say, "I appeal, I appeal, I appeal"? From my standpoint, and when we look on Delroy Chuck, he's a dunce. Just run up his mouth and cover up corruption and violate the Constitution. Him wrong. A dunce. Do you hear me, people? All of them people around the government, Mr. Wildman said, every time him go to court with the government, him win every case. So now the appeal court rule. Here come the dunce. Say, I appeal it. The dunce will lose every case in a court. The dunce will appeal the last ruling I'm telling about the $18 million for the youth on Mobile. Him appeal that and lose again. So this dunce are going to take up taxpayers' money. Again, people. And dash way. No say I'm going to lose. This dunce are going to take up taxpayers' money. All over again. Remember Mr. Wildman saying, no? Him win every case against these dunce, you know. He says some simple little things them lose in a court because this government continue to violate the Constitution. That's why Jamaica is in a constitutional crisis. Nobody cares. This woman here, for whatever reason, She thinks she's the only one in Jamaica who can become DPP. Why is it these people hell-bent on keeping this woman there? Even though this woman right now, she caused the country to be in a constitutional crisis. Remember, I asked Mr. U. Wildman last night, is Jamaica in a constitutional crisis? He said, yes. Remember, producer Wayne explained on my platform the other day why it is a constitutional crisis. The man explained why it is a constitutional crisis. So from the other day, when producer Wayne tell we say the country is in a constitutional crisis. And last night, me asked Mr. Wildman again, is Jamaica in a constitutional crisis? He said, yes. Imagine this DPP right here. This woman, she should know better. Even if everybody else are dunce. It should have been DPP. You should have known better. While on a push the country in a tailspin, constitutional crisis, we keep one woman. We want to know is it only the DPP, that woman now, Paula Llewellyn, can become a DPP? Nobody else in Jamaica no bright, so. Only one bright woman in Jamaica. We want to know. And if nobody else ever pay attention to this case, bet believe them pay attention now. And people believe say something did they hide. Because they're too brawling with it. So that's why I asked Mr. Wildman, me say, can these people amend the constitution to keep her there? He said, he don't think they are going to do that. But people, I don't put nothing past these people. If Mr. Wildman answer to me is, no, there's no provision in law where them can do that, because I say, okay, we're safe. We're not safe, people. From assault to a constitution from these people. They have no shame. Think about a man who put his wife in an office. Something that happened nowhere else in the world. Think of a man who have not declared his asset or asset cannot be verified by Integrity Commission for 3 years under the leader of the country. Think about a leader of a country who have not signed a code of conduct, make a commitment saying I got thief and all them things there, and have the rest of your cabinet sign the code of conduct too. Think about a person like that. Do you think they got shame? Do you think them care? Mr. Think about a person who have not signed a code of conduct and you're a leader of a country. Think about a person for the 3rd year in a row. Your statutory declaration cannot be verified by the Integrity Commission. Think about a man with $1.7 trillion missing out of them office. And they must fight the Integrity Commission, the Auditor General rather, from doing an independent investigation to find out where the money went. Do you think that the money care to assault the Constitution again? Let me ask you another question. Think about a man where him and him cronies them by night, overnight. They amend the Constitution to keep said woman there. By night, never include the PNP. Do you think them care again to assault the Constitution to keep the woman there? So even though Mr. Wildman said, no, him don't think they're going to do that. He never give me no comfort in his answer. Wherein them people can't do it again. And people, me not put nothing past them. Jamaica, if you know, me say, you stay there. Me not put nothing past them that them people can cook up because them swing the majority. And it's the same abuse of power why Jamaica is in a constitutional crisis right now. Because they never follow protocol and consult with the PNP. It's the same abuse of power. Go around Mark Golding like him not exists and use the majority to push them power around. It's the same abuse of power that is causing my country right now to be in a constitutional crisis. DPP should have known better. Who would have want a job like this, people? Look, let me ask a question. Let me play that video and show you how all this could be avoided. Let's watch this.
We are pleased with the ruling, the results of the court effectively saying that the Constitution requires you to treat everybody in the same way and not mix with them.
Does this mean now that the DPP will have to step away from office?
As of today.
As of today. and there's no further challenge that she can make.
Well, I don't know what the government will do in response. You don't ask.
Okay. Mr. Caldwell, what's your reaction?
Well, I will start in pretty much the same way. We have always said that this was not about Mr. Webber, and it's more to do with our fundamental belief and respect for the Constitution. It is also an important statement on governance. A lot of these things can be avoided if there is respect for the opposition in power. And this matter could have been dealt with by a conversation with the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition, and which is what the Constitution requires. And if that were done and respect is given, then we wouldn't have this unfortunate situation where a public servant is being embarrassed. So I regret that aspect of it for sure. But I believe that the judgment was a good one.
So you are say, people, if it wasn't for the constant abuse of power, pushing around the weight of the majority of them having a parliament, just abuse them power, just abuse of abuse of abuse. If it wasn't for the constant abuse of power, this country would never be in a constitutional crisis right now. You know what I say? This country would not have been in a constitutional crisis. It's a shame, people. It's a shame what's going on with the country right now. DPP should have known better. Yeah? And if I can get producer Wayne to explain to us why it is a constitutional crisis. Can remember, say, Wayne, explain to us the other day, why it is a constitutional crisis. Yeah? What is a constitutional crisis? And why it is a constitutional crisis? And Mr. Wildman may ask yesterday, is the country in a constitutional crisis? The man said, yes. People, can you imagine that? That this woman right there, sir, have thrown the country in a constitutional crisis. That even KD Knight, I wonder if she are the only one who can be DPP. Listen to this.
You know what bothers me? What bothers me is, why is it that there is such an insistence, such a desire, such a thirst, which can only be quenched if Paula remains DPP. Why? Why are they going out on this limb for her? Why? There must be an underlying reason. And there's no sparsity of persons who can fill the post. None. It is an odd situation. And quite frankly, I will tell you, it is so odd that it bothers me. And, you know, I don't want to speculate and won't speculate because that would bother me more as to why the extra effort. I am troubled in mind. And Paula should just be graceful. Be graceful, Paula. You had your turn. Remember how hard you fought to get pantry out? Remember? I know how hard you're fighting to stay in. Not right. Have a sense of justice. There are persons in the department who expect to become DPP. But the way you are going, they will find themselves on the retirement list before they can get there. something is not right in the state of Denmark. Something.
People, you don't understand what I'm going on? You don't understand what I'm going on? The country is flung into a state of constitutional crisis. You have Nigel over there with the budget. Police and everybody, and nothing can move until them they think they fix. Police pay late. People, the country in a crisis, you know. The bloodbath on the road every day. Me see people send me picture of the young man them spread out on ground. You know them own syrup. The country are going bad enough, people. This woman here, I could have what else me say. Even the blind man can see clearly what I go on here, so. That's something all right. All the people who never pay attention to this before, they are paying attention. And there's a cloud of suspicion hanging over this woman, the office, and everything. Why she? Not that Jamaica never got school. The other people, younger, old people, sit down in it, you already retired woman. Why are you doing it? People, I believe at this point, this woman have no integrity, no class, no shame. No integrity for sitting down in the office. None. She not safe in the office. She not safe in the office, people. No. She not safe in the integrity of the office. She don't care. Just show it in a constitutional crisis. She's not safe in Jamaica. It's all about selfish reasons right now. Look on the good Jamaica people. Would you do anything like that to hurt your country? Guys, me and own on a DPP. Guys, would you make such move to hurt your country? Look on the good no man. Real patriotic Jamaica. In this situation, every Jamaican know the term that I use for this. Will I say, before hand go mill, we Lego trash. Lego the kid make it go on. Before hand go mill, not true people. Before we tear our country down like this, people, we let them talk about people that destroy Jamaica brand. Before you tear your country like this for your own personal gain, greed, possession, position. Me no know. I see you drag the country in a constitutional crisis because she should have known that the country was going in a constitutional crisis. She don't Lego trash. This is more than personal, man. This is beyond personal. Are you doing it for you? Jamaica, look at a man. On a comment, a man. Hear this, if you think somebody hear this. The country is in a constitutional crisis. DPP have drawn the country in a constitutional crisis. The Prime Minister have drawn the country in a constitutional crisis. Mr. Truck and all of them. The Attorney General, all of them will back this, including the GG. All of them who behind the amending of the Constitution to keep this woman there, who've been working illegally ever since they extend her last stay. She get one extension. The second extension is not cool. The first one is okay. You get the first extension after retirement. Go along, no man. Go and put that down in some book somewhere where you say, boy, my job was so good until we take a one extension. But the second one, when you realize, say, them have to amend the Constitution for you. You know, say, you know what, that's a little bit too much, you know. It'll be too much. You know, say no. You watch them take a power saw, and go to the Constitution and black out the PNP contribution. And that's what it's supposed to happen under law. Now the Supreme, the appeal, the Constitutional Court has said it's between the opposition and the Prime Minister. Opposition leader and the Prime Minister. But they never consult the opposition leader. We just go ahead with such man. And see the country flung in a tailspin. Jamaica is in a constitutional crisis, people. Right now. Our country is in a constitutional crisis. DPP, the judge, the court where she sit down in her, it seems as if now she in a war with her own court system. She met the government. It has come from the executive over top. I help her war against the court system Fling the country. Tomorrow, people, criminals can't get, he get no hearing, you know. You have victims out there who can't see what going on with them case where criminal cases tomorrow. Now go on. People, we can't wait to see what go on tomorrow in the courthouse of Jamaica. And this a woman there behind the whole thing, sitting on a green her teeth and think it's okay. People, in my book, this woman have no shame. That's why I'm going to put nothing past this criminal organization. It's not a government. Because when you have a criminal organization, you have to control Minister of National Security, you have to control Police Commissioner, you have to control DPP, you have to pay a judge, you have to bribe judge, you cut everything locked, you control the news media. People, a criminal organization is not just one or two, man. You have to have everything locked off. And when you have DPP, you control immigration. Because Minister of National Security also over immigration. Minister of National Security also over immigration too. So you have everything spread out. An organization need other criminals in other areas to be performing for the organization to flow smooth. Do you understand me? It's like a chain. It's like a chain is as strong as the weakest link. Jamaica understand that. It's a chain. Network. A network of criminals, a criminal organization. You can't just go there and say you have an organization. You have to have all type of people who got your head back. You control everything. That means that when they do this and do that, you have somebody that's make it look good and beautiful. And people got you. You have to have a DPP, you have to have a police commissioner, the Minister of National Security. You have to talk about the same man over immigration. You have to bribe and to judge them. You control everything about you. Then we have to stop you. But my thing is, very disappointing to see the DPP right here, people who should have known better. I help some people who should have, me think that they done so than her. Me think that she is smart. Drag the country, people, into a constitutional crisis. Nigel Clark dragged the country into a financial crisis. Look at God. If I me like, I go back and Obi man for my money. This old man writers I talk about say, I'm going to appeal. Go back to Mr. Wildman's statement yesterday while he was educating us. He said every time he go with the government to court, constitutional court, the government lose. Him win. He said every case we ever have in a court with Jamaica government pertaining our constitutional rights, the government come up short. May I repeat again? The man say every case him have with the government in the court, the constitutional court of Jamaica, the government come up violating our constitution, violating the constitution. So what I tell you, violation after violation after violation of our constitutional rights, some people don't care. Violation of our constitutional rights, Jamaica, violating our constitutional rights to get to our human rights, to violate it too. Guys, I want to pay attention, because some of you don't understand why they would have violated the Constitution. The Constitution is like a barrier, a wall. It is our supreme law to protect us. To get to us and flatten us out, you have to get to our Constitution and flatten it out. So you have to violate the Constitution to get to us, to violate us. So the whole time is violating the Constitution to violate human rights. So that's why this young man in Montego Bay is awarded $18 million for his rights violation, human rights violation, locked up in jail under SOE, constitutional rights violation, locking up in jail for 18 years without charges, human rights violation, arresting him under SOE, constitutional rights violation, because SOEs are unconstitutional. So breach the constitutional rights to get to the human rights of Jamaicans, and then you breach it. Tell me, son, I want a serious set of people we have in our government. Look at it, good people. Tell me if I know some serious thing I go on here. I say, when me hear Mr. Wildman say that last time, I say, what is here? The man say every case him have in a court with the government pertaining to our constitutional rights. Him win, the government lose. So if the government lose and every groans up, and we talk about our constitutional rights, that means that the government constantly abuse the constitutional rights of Jamaicans. You breach the constitutional rights, get to the people and breach the human rights. So you want to tell me a pure human rights violation of Guana, Jamaica? These guys don't know how serious that is. The whole time DPP did it. She didn't say everything was going on. But appear rights. So when you see all of that are going on, people, and nothing for these people, come back, come violate the constitutional rights. Come hack up the constitution, take a power saw, go to it again. Remember they did it before to keep her there. Then we do it again. Even though Mr. Wildman say, no, me ask him, do you think they can amend the constitution now that the constitutional court struck down what are going on? They said, do you think these people will go back and assault the constitution again to keep this woman there? Mr. Wildman said him don't think they'll do that. And the reason why he must say that thought to that answer, that type of thought should have given to people with integrity. You talk about some people have no integrity and no class and no shame. So if you deal with a society with some people with some integrity that say, boy, yeah, and I move them in a make. When they have man ready, so them not gonna do it again. Remember, I will remind you again. Do you think them have no shame and them care? Take Mr. The man statutory declaration at 3 years now in a row have not been verified. And the loudest mouth ever at them man there. What the shame there? You don't go put your head on the rock and go hide it. At 3 years now, you know, show you statutory declaration cannot be verified. You don't go nowhere, go hide. You have the loudest mouth, biggest chat, more promise. One more time in a government. What the shame there? Man got no shame. No sign of code of conduct. And now you got the loudest chat. What the shame there? Nowhere in the world you see a prime minister or president and a wife in an office. What the shame there? What the shame there? Eh? You want to believe say this man of shame that you want to believe? Eh? So when me hear Mr. Wildman say that, me not put nothing past some man will talk like this.
I hear man talk all kind of lie. Oh, 20 million and 28 million. Lie. Me not take no salary increase. So my salary is what it was before. And I tell you something, I feel like just keep back to. Because he's a proud man, you know. Me don't like people tell lie for me.
You see that? You see nobody have shame like that, man, sound like that, man, and you're the prime minister? Lie. No shame, people. No class. So even though Mr. Wildman assure us that, he don't think them gonna do that again. That thought should be reserved for people with integrity. Them people, I'm gonna put nothing past them. Comment section, wanna put something past them? Comment section, do you think them people wouldn't do that? Do you put on past them that they wouldn't go back to a constitution and assault it again to keep her there? Know that the constitutional court, they find out that they can't go to the constitutional court. people in the belief say they will go back, go hack up the Constitution again. Like when they do before, if they keep our there. These people got no shame. Do you think these people got shame? Do you trust them? Do you trust them? Brother, talk truth, man. Do you think these people do the right thing? Do you trust them that they won't touch the Constitution again? I believe they will do it. If there's a job for this woman to cover up, and they want her there so bad, and the thing that really bother me, and this morning I tell somebody that. You see, in our country, when the news media is bought out, look like our news media in our people pocket. Certain people own the news media in Jamaica. In our people pocket, then now come say the thing. In our country, when you have the news media is working against the people. That's how I look at it. Then you have the people who are too scared to come out. And thirdly, you have the opposition not coming out enough and stand up for the people. You talk about you're creating an atmosphere for dictatorship. Me say it again. In a country, news media and I work for the people, and I work against them. Opposition party, now burn the fire like one of burn it. And the people are scared to come out, come defend themselves. A three that, you know. If we lose at three, what happened? News media, the people, and the opposition. So the ground is ripe for dictatorship. What is going to stop such man if he want to do anything? That's why I do what I do. So I'm not put nothing past him because the people them weak. Opposition weak. I say it all the time on my platform. You know, I'm not going anything. And the news media bought out. What will stop them to assault the Constitution again to keep this woman there? But my whole thing is the shame what that woman and I have. May they expect better than that from her. Shame tree. Know it more personal. You all hurt my country if you keep your job. When the court already ruled against you. And because some people want to stay in there, the court where you over, you are DPP. You're going to make some people want you in there, got war with the court to keep you there. Use it like a map and a ball, a bounce from pillar to pole. A map, mapping up everything. Are you going to be in the map of the Liberal Party? Are you a fixer? You are causing too much more damage to your local reputation. Anything you ever work for, let me tell you, say, you are going in the bin. All of that is in the bin. Your reputation, your character, integrity. The first female DPP, that is history created right there. That don't mean nothing right now. Everybody looking at you as a corrupt woman. So would you rather to strip yourself from all those accolades for money or any intention you have trying to fight to keep your job, pushing the country in a constitutional crisis? You don't want to at least salvage any integrity you have left. Anything at all. Lady, I don't think you have any integrity. I believe you are corrupt, and I think you should be investigated. And I think that every case you ever touch should be investigated. Look here. For anybody who never think about this, about you, you are throwing yourself under the microscope. And to all everything is unfolding right now. I think they need to investigate everything where you ever touch. I think you're corrupt. I think every case where this woman ever touched need to be investigated. I think she's corrupt. For you to be standing up in here with corrupt people trying to fight the same court system where you're over to keep your job, personal, ruining the country, putting in a constitutional crisis. How many times Jamaica have ever been a constitutional crisis? It's in a constitutional crisis. If you've never seen a constitutional crisis, this is what it's looking like. This is a constitutional crisis. And you have Delroy Chuck that from my book. A big old dunce. I come talk about him and appeal. How many times them appeal stuff and the government keep losing. That means everybody that is giving recommendation to the head of government are dunce. Because everything gonna do gonna cost taxpayer more money, millions of dollars to appeal. Why should we taxpayers put the cost to keep this woman in her work? Wouldn't it be cheaper to get somebody else? Why don't you pay her fat retirement package and make she go on where she go? Why this woman not take her fat retirement package? She already reached retirement age, they extend it. She get one extension. The second extension require them to amend the constitution. She shouldn't get a second, you know. But to keep her there, the people and butcher the constitution one time already to keep her there. And she see the butchering of the constitution and sit down there grin her teeth. Went to court, and court found that the butchering of the constitution was wrong. And ever since they butcher the constitution and extend her stay, everything she touched from there so was illegal. The whole time with her in her office ever since was illegal. When she went to England concerning the Vibes Cartel court hearing was illegal. When the plane ride the first class, can you see her face? Can you imagine her face in a first class or sit down there and enjoy taxpayers' money? I eat the best because she never worry about money that come out of her pocket. You are better first class. The flying I got England. That whole entourage where people need to be around her to serve her with spoon feed her with caviar. Pan taxpayers' money. Can you imagine type of 20-star hotel where them go? England. Illegal as hell. Because I increase the time when them extend the whole of that from the last extension, people, the second extension till now. Illegal. And this is court make we know that. So all the money we spend in England, Mr. Wildman say, that's a dead deal. We're not going to get back that money. So I learned from the lawyer, you know, and I learn too, not true. I learn a lot from the brother there. He could be a teacher. So the brother said that, Mr. Wildman said that she already worked already because she could have sued the government and won. I remember Isaac Buchanan and something like that. I think it's Isaac Buchanan second him and say, if she sued the government, if the government tried to recoup the money what they spent on her while she was illegal, the wrong extension, and them extended for her. Look what they good. And them do it. And them set her up to do it. And them give her this fake extension. So the whole time I want to say the government are ramp rough. So the same government found guilty in a court of extending this woman same thing. It's the same government I go back to court to appeal the same court hearing there. Remember, you know, if they are censor any law knowledge, they wouldn't reach this up. And they go do that. And don't forget, Mr. Wildman say, every case they ever got court with the government lose. The government is a loser. Wasting taxpayers' money. So Mr. Delroy, Mr. Chuck, him say, remember say, to me, on this platform, them man are real dunce. He say, I'm going to appeal, but remember, government now win nothing. A constitutional court. They don't know nothing about the law. The only thing they do, they know with the constitution is to violate it. So it's non-stop violation of our constitutional rights with them little weasel, yeah. And this woman should have known better people. She did it for so long. You want to tell me the brightest woman in Jamaica? What is special what she bring to? What special she bring to the table? She bring to the table. What special? What special she bring to the table? Jamaica is thrown into a constitutional crisis right now, people. Right now. Nigel, throw it in a financial crisis. Mr. No go back or man go get to no money. Because everything are reverse. If I mean like a uno, me say me go back or man go get my money. Because everything in a reverse it now work. Look, people, crosses I take them. Poor people, yeah, water depend them. Cross that take them people. Every brick, every block a crumble off of the wall, one by one, and nobody have to do them nothing. Everything a crumble. Go back to other man for no money. Go back to other man for no money. Me see politicians like candle and table set and all them type of thing there. I start up. Look here, man. Country is thrown into a constitutional crisis because of this woman of the DPP. They are saying that if Mr. Wildman said that if she got a court tomorrow, anybody can file an injunction, even Jamaicans overseas, as long as you don't give up your citizenship. You see? As long as you're Jamaica citizen. What the man say? Mr. Wildman, I learned from him. I know all I only listened yesterday, up to last night. I learn a lot from Mr. Wildman. He said we overseas can file an injunction if we show up at court tomorrow. Which means I think I think lawyers will do that tomorrow in Jamaica. I think lawyers will do that tomorrow in Jamaica. They'll file an injunction. So even though Delroy Chuck coming out and say it's gonna be business as usual tomorrow. What a disrespect to the court. What a disrespect to the court, constitutional court. No respect for the Constitution, people. When there are people who will take an axa to the Constitution overnight, bypass the opposition, make a ruling to suit themselves, you cannot trust them in office. When you have people who will assault our Constitution with a chainsaw to keep a friend in their job, then at the same time you hear them talk about say them amend the Constitution, constitutional reform. Guess who is doing it? You talk about the most corrupt person on the earth. What you know? Who is doing the constitutional reform? So in my book on this platform, I always ask this question. Are they trying to amend the Constitution to fit snugly around criminals? Are they trying to amend the Constitution to hide criminality? Are they trying to amend the Constitution so criminality is walled off from prosecution? Are they amending the Constitution to fit snugly around crooked politicians? Can't trust them people. Everything them do is self. They not think about the people. Everything them do is self. What I say? Everything them do is self. Nobody think about nothing. Them coming up power, all them think about is self. How to get away from them criminality. How to thief and hide stuff, and nobody can find them. They would rather come up with laws and throw in policies where them can hide from the law. The system with them set up to lock up me and you, they would just switch up some stuff for parliamentarian where Uncle me you got jail for the same thing and them get a pass. They are not ready, people. They are not ready. The DPP. There's a fight brewing with the DPP and our own court system. Which part the Prime Minister and them decides if we go after the court system with a sledgehammer now. Because like the banking system is not enough. We mash up. Where people are losing money every day. It's like NHT we mash up is not enough. It's like the post office in Jamaica where mash up is not enough. The healthcare system, education system, Ministry of National Security. It's like them system where mash up is not enough. It's like the electoral system where them destroy is not enough for mash up. When I go feed them party to courthouse. I just not gonna know. Soon to take it so. Justice system. I just said them mash up no people. So the court rule, but them can't take it, people. I run up and down. Remember the court rule, you know. So you violate the Constitution. And the government decides, say, them are going to challenge it. They know they not violate the Constitution. And the woman who them try take millions of dollars again is not the first. People have millions of dollars. They might get lawyer for lawyer fee, you know, for push this appeal, yeah. But they'll write talk about them push, you know. To keep this woman in office, why would you want a job like this when there's a cloud of suspicion hanging over your head? Why would this woman want that job? Know that everybody who never think about her or look on this case or look at this ever before, they are looking now. Those of us who wasn't paying attention to this, them are look now. People lose them sight and get it back. And I look at this case right now. The amount of attention what this case cry for and require and bawl for and solicit is more than enough people. Everybody I look over there. People never know about this case. I say, hold on there, man. Something is awfully wrong. Why would a DPP, seems as if she's throwing years of her integrity and her character down the tubes to stay there? Why would a DPP help the government, our own government, to throw our own country into a constitutional crisis? DPP, something is not right. And I think it should be investigated. DPP, I believe a rampant with fire, anything sweet, you're going to sour you. When this is all said and done, you probably lose your travel documents, ma'am. You're probably in some trouble. Why are you? Why? Me I say any little integrity you have left, salvage it and take it. Go on where I go. Please. Stop mash up the country. Jamaica is in a constitutional crisis right now because of this woman. We want to mash up Jamaica to have on the way. So even though Mr. Wildman said last night, say, if don't think them are going to amend the Constitution again to keep her there. I say, in my mind, I say, them are people mash up the country, people, to have their way. The country mash up, you know? Look at it good. These people go back to the Constitution and assault it to keep this woman there. Guys, tell me what you think in the comment section. This woman have no integrity, no class. I know we know her who she. Me think so she have integrity. No, we have to go back on all the case. Now we never know all the time. And this way I deal with. And this way I deal with the whole time. No, like seriously. Because we never know. We are here about time. We are see things that we are saying this and that. But look on it because we are look deep in the woman now, you know. If she is willing to stand up and fight while throw the country in a constitutional crisis, we know something about this woman that we never know all the while. Really corrupt. I should have fit that office. Another thing we also revealed to Carlos, you are so corrupt that I believe all the cases where you ever touch should be go over with a magnifying glass. Because we can't put on past you. You just want corrupt woman the whole time. I don't just know. The whole time you're in there. So that's what you expose yourself to. That's what I look. That's what I see. If I never look at you no other way than way there, right now you give me everything to start look that way there. You give me every reason because you're corrupt. As a DPP, we cannot have that. These offices should be filled with people with integrity. Impeccable integrity. When you have a DPP who hang around for a second extension, even though it's unconstitutional, and they're on the side of crooked politicians who will rip down the country, tear the country to the ground to get whatever they want. Prime Minister never cared to bring his wife and speak up the house, even though it's not happening nowhere else in the world. Man will declare him asset and sign a code of conduct. A 3-year asset cannot be verified by the Integrity Commission. I think man have shame. So therefore, I do not put nothing past the labor rights. And I believe they will go to a constitution and assault it again. To suit and fit whatever I try to do. For them cover up and whatever this woman I try to do. And I believe, based on what she are going with, like she wants to start like a bulldog right now, I believe that she's deep and she's corrupt. She's not thinking about her country. It's almost personal. If I have it to do anything with it destroy the country, people, me let it go. Me let it go. She's not thinking about the country. Say, boy, this don't look good. The woman hold on pan it, drag the country in a constitutional crisis. She should have tell the Prime Minister, sir, I'm handing my resignation. This is it, me have had enough. Let me go home now, go enjoy what's left. Let me grab me the little character me have left behind me where get run over so many times. Let me salvage what is left of my integrity and leave the scene with that. But that she couldn't do. Still a bright up, a pose up, and everything like salt and water. Like me said in so many videos, mama. What sweet you, I go sour you. Because right now, if I've never ever thought of this what I'm about to say, me I think about it now till it come out of my mouth. I believe they should go back and look at every case that this woman have ever done. Every case that she touch. Every case that she prosecute. People, I believe them should go back and investigate this woman thoroughly. I think she's prone to corruption. I think she's a very corrupt person. If you're going to sit with some bunch of corrupt politicians and to have your way, because you want to stay in the office for whatever reason, I don't know if a goalkeeper you are, I don't know what you're trying to stay there for. Yeah? Think about it, people. It's bad, man. Guys, today's Sunday, and this is my first commercial, guys. I'll be right back.
Opposition leader can publicly emasculate Philip and Julian. They may not have people to speak up for them, but let me tell you this. Don't touch Juliet.
People, this woman I bring down the country. She and such man, and the whole of them. Such man himself I bring down the party. We get to understand, said today, I think them show up at Belmont Road or something like that. And they might have some meeting. We get to understand, said they might shuffle around some this and shuffle around some that. But who such man can shuffle around but some simple young politician afraid of him? Him look a water boy them. Him can't really push on nobody, you know. Because if you're not in integrity, you can't talk to people. And, you know, everybody look upon you, you're questionable. What the labor right must do, I get together and push him out. Start make this man destroy on the party labor right. This man is going to lose next general election. He's a weak leader. There's too much on him. He's attached. Do you understand me? Too much attached on him and he can't come off. And there's not much him can do to change that type of stigma by now on the general election. There's no way him can turn that around because all what is done was done in the light of man of the best phone at this moment. And a PG and Porsche, yes, memory kind of shaky because a banger phone. So what this brother do right here is expose himself before the fresh young generation who are armed with them smartphone. We are here good. They are here good outside, and the pictures are beautiful. And the youth are getting wise and smarter. So what them do is expose themselves in a time like now. So all the youth them who can't vote the last election, them can't vote now. So the youth them must see what go on. So there's no coming back right here, people. You run out of luck. Run out of luck. The promise now work. Because you them hear the promise and them are you the tolerance. The tolerance of this young generation is very short. They're weak short. short week them have. So where can you run to? These guys will use any means necessary to keep themselves in office and to push across a certain agenda. So even though Mr. Wildman said, very smart man, I really respect, I've learned a lot yesterday. I swear. But I remember me ask him 2 questions where really print out in my head. And one of them was, may I see these comments on social media? And I said, can government amend the Constitution again, like they did before, to keep her there? Him say, him don't think they're going to do it. But his answer was not no. If him answered, they said no, then I said, well, okay, government now know we out. This is it. The bad people. That this woman and her friend them push the country. She for go, man. May I tell you, fear name gone on the toilet, man. Not left for your integrity. People, let me ask comment section. Section, may I ask a question? Please, comment section. Do you think this woman have integrity? Comment section, do you think this woman have her own integrity? Tell me the real honest truth. Do you think this woman have any integrity? To sit there and see the country topple over in a constitutional crisis. Do you think this woman have no integrity? And should be trusted with that office anymore? She's a stain to the office, just like how such man is a stain to the OPM. Let me look at the comments, man. Come here, ask the question is, do you think this woman have no integrity? Patricia Matthews said, no. Lenford Wilson said, no. BCS Smith said, no. Pamela, Big Bossy said, no. No. I'm going to talk to somebody else. So, Monica Hawthorne said, none at all. Annette Bennett said, no. El Dog said, none at all. Mr. Lang Love said, no integrity. Daniel Taylor said, she eat it from 2020. You tell me, man. You think a woman have integrity? David Jervis said, Bulldog in a lipstick don't have even know how to spell integrity, much less to have it in her. Chaja. Patricia Matthews says she need to go and go now. Relaxing Melody say, whatever she had is all gone. I agree with that. She'll ruin everything. Ryan Thompson said, no shame, no integrity. Jesus. No, sir. A pretty girl you want to say, good afternoon, Carlos. Is there anything America can do to censor those violating human rights? Ask Adams, Renita Adams. Him get sanctioned, that's why him and his family get them travel documents cut off. You have other politician who get arrested and all type of stuff. Whole part thing happen to them when they violate human rights. Human rights violation is no joke. That's why Renita Adams, after years later down the road, he get hacked. That's why the government now using for police commissioner and minister of national security. Because he's soiled. Renita Adams is like he's a marked man, he's soiled. Big Boss said none whatsoever. No integrity. Herbert Tozalin said 0. Eldar said she should walk. Ardeen Henry said no, not one bit. Madeline Brown Butler said no integrity. I wonder if she is not ashamed. Jesus. Shauna Simmons said no shame. Yard Knight said hell to the no. Laws and skirt. Navlet said Mark must stand up and don't let them touch the Constitution to amend nothing. Colin Roach said hell no. Jaja. I wonder if I the same Colin Roach. Ain't nobody ever the champion sound. Ain't nobody ever us. Hear my sound, champion sound. All of the sound ever come around. Jaja. Yeah, nice that she too hungry. Diaspora Diva say, Paula cannot integrity, much less possess it. Jaja. Robert Phillips said, hell no. Talisa said, not one drop. Andrea Burke said, no. Me say if you should run a poll right now, may I tell you. Novelet Samuel say, none at all. She have no integrity that with the pan. Jesus. Olive Johnson said, when these people are in license, drunk, intoxicated with power, they are senseless. Integrity is not their book. And a lie. Drunk with power. Althea Johnson said, no, she is very evil. Jaja. Amoba Douglas said, if you don't have shame, how can you have integrity? Wow. See there? A good argument that. Let me put it up on the screen. If you don't have shame, how can you have integrity? Because if you have shame, you don't do nothing wrong. If you have shame, you don't go thief, you know. If you have shame, you don't go do nothing if you get caught. I go shame you, embarrass you. So, Omoba Douglas, we love that. Good question, man. Mighty God. Inner Circle said, none. She not no integrity. That Inner Circle said. Forever Young said, there's no way Dranko eats her integrity. Lord Jesus, I'm Dranko near me to. Me no be say Dranko want to, you know, me just be say she no born with none, but the whole time we not pay attention. That's why we are saying, no, look like we have to go back. Tosha make me feel like every case that she ever touch need to be looked after. Because if she have certain people she want to put behind, where certain politicians want to go behind the bars and stay there, she can't do it. Just what I want right now. So it questions so many work what she did before. It seems like she's a tool and a map of the Labour Right Party. So may I ask you, do you think the DPP have no integrity? None whatsoever. Mighty God, people. Could they? Nobody no believes that the woman have none. So even if they believe that she come there with something, she don't have nothing. Huh? Mr. Lenglove, from the case in England, all Jamaica know she has no integrity. She shamed the country. Her phone rings while the court in session. Blacks cover. Mr. Lenglove said that. Her court in England while court in session. No integrity. Odell Clark said, law don't mean a thing to them people. Blouse and skirt. Yo, Janice Johnson said, from the King Girl case, I lost all respect for her, not to mention the guy that dirt is 5 relatives, not to pass the D penalty. Jaja. The woman, me say, all when we not pay attention, all when they never know about that case here. Darren Daly said, no integrity. Tanisha Ellis said, if she had integrity, she would not allow herself to be mocked by the JLP party. She's a map. She is a map. Tanisha Ellis. She is a map. Can you imagine? Where is the integrity? Eh? You allow yourself to be used like a map. No, man, this woman, if you go home and every case she ever touch need to be investigated. Every single one of them. Why not? Because she show herself up right now. She say, box cover. Even if we never look upon her that way before, because she come out then act like, you know, we just give her the benefit of the doubt of the first DPP and she do her. People, after looking at this, my next question to you is, do you think the cases where she put her hand on before, do you think that them should be reinvestigated, then should be investigated and they should take a next second look on all the cases where she touch? Comment section. Do you think them should look on all of them cases where that woman a touch? Do you trust for her prosecutorial work what she do? Do you think them should look on all the cases them what she do? You know, think they should revisit them and make sure say she dot all the I's and cross all the T's? If she basically the way I look on her is a woman who is a map of the government. That's what we are saying. Now that we are realizing that this woman have made herself available to become the robot or the map of the government. Someone we never know all along. Don't you think everything what she touch should be re-looked at? Everyone, people. Everyone. You have some man in prison right now. You know, say a politician decides, say, "Why you send him to prison now?" How we know? Or you have someone on their road, what should they be in bars right now? Or we know, say, some politicians say, "You know what, Moa, you mess up the documents, you know." So when they go before the court, there gonna be no evidence. It's not enough evidence to push further the prosecution. How we know, people? It is as if we have a map here, we have a tool here, we have a fixer here, we have a very corrupt human being. And this person been corrupt all along. Is not just now. You can't just corrupt so right now, man. No, man. You can't just corrupt so in the end yet. No, sir. The whole time you sit down there was corrupt. You can't just a bulldog your way. Because anybody with integrity that walk away. It shows say you never really have no corruption, no integrity, and the way in and on the way out. None can decide to fight with a bunch of corrupt. Look at man. People. Mighty God, the whole time the woman has integrity. And we just find out. No for we. Yes, we question them, we case them, she do yes. And only certain man got prison, some man got prison. Now we wonder why only some people got prison. See the people. Look on the fight she put up. Fling the country into a constitutional crisis to keep her job. Not thinking about the country is bigger than her. This is serious, you know. That you have people who will throw the country in a constitutional crisis. DPP are going on history. Somewhere in a book is going to written that the country went into a constitutional crisis to keep the DPP. And before the constitutional crisis, we change the constitutional to keep her. So either way is an attack on our constitution. Either way, to extend the second, to extend our stay employment, the constitution was violated. And right now we're in a constitutional crisis. Do you want a third go again? The second one, they violate the constitution, and to give her a third stay, the country fell into constitutional crisis. Why she decides that she's going to fight, no matter what kind of crisis the country in. My people, tell me what you're thinking in the comment section. What are we looking at? Let me have how you feel. Jamaica is a country where we love. And there are times people never sacrifice for your country. And the selfish need shouldn't be bigger than the country. No, people. Your selfish personal need shouldn't be bigger than national need. Some people don't sacrifice nothing, not even a day pay. And we fight and drag down anything. Like the woman want to drag down, do everything on our way out. Just drag down everything you see around you. Just grab and pass something on your way out. You can't leave the place just like it is. Just mash up the whole place on your way out. Where have I ever heard them tell people? You ever hear say Jamaica in a constitutional crisis yet? That when you got court case, they on hold because we're not a DPP in office. And before the woman said, okay, guys, I'm going to step aside. You know, get somebody else. Why am I step aside? So the business of the government, the country can go on, see we and tick and tacking. No. Me get to understand, so she said she gonna fight. So, you know, it's a personal thing. So it make me question what the hell is going on. I am like KD Knight. I'm like every Jamaican who's thinking the same damn thing. Something not right. Something is suspicious. This needs investigation and look into, deep diving.
You know what bothers me? What bothers me is, why is it that there is such an insistence, such a desire, such a thirst, which can only be quenched if Paula remains DPP. Why? Why are they going out on this limb for her? Why? There must be an underlying reason. And there's no sparsity of persons who can fill the post. None. It is an odd situation. And quite frankly, I will tell you, it is so odd that it bothers me. And, you know, I don't want to speculate and won't speculate because that would bother me more as to why the extra effort. I am troubled in mind. And Paula should just be graceful. Be graceful, Paula. You had your turn. Remember how hard you fought to get pantry out? Remember? I know how hard you're fighting to stay in. Not right. Have a sense of justice. There are persons in the department who expect to become DPP. But the way you are going, they will find themselves on the retirement list before they can get there. Something is not right in the state of Denmark. Something.
Guys, stick around. I'll be right back.
Don't reverse yourself. The original you was a better you. Don't reverse yourself that way. Don't reverse yourself. The original you was a better you. Don't reverse yourself that way.
So, guys, thank you. That was KD Knight. You can't understand why this woman do what she do. Me say even the madman on the street, I get sober up to Wagwan. Even the blind man, yeah, clean up, I clear up to Wagwan. The woman have flung Jamaica into a chaotic constitutional crisis. We have never seen anything like this.
We argued that the entire Section 2 was invalid, or alternatively, that should not apply to the sitting DPP, and that 2.2 should be struck down. The court chose the second option, and effectively what the court has said is that Parliament sought to give the DPP the choice to decide whether to extend instead of the process that the Constitution required, which is an extension to be done by the Governor General, the Prime Minister, and the Leader of Opposition. Now, I can understand somebody saying they don't agree with the judgment and it's wrong, but I don't understand you reading to say something else. Section, I think it is 96.2 of the Constitution, saves actions of the DPP from challenge if they would otherwise be valid only by reason of having passed the age. So, pursuant to that section, having passed the age in September last year, her decisions and actions since then are saved by that section.
Why, Mr. Wildman, yesterday, and Will Rattigan explained a lot. he put a lot of clarity on this case. And I really, really enjoyed it. Listener man and know the law. Because it seems as if appear done the government have a representative in a court. Seems a while man say every case whenever go in a court with, before the court with, then concerning the constitutional court people, the government lose. So over and over and over, the court struck down the government and find them wrong. Them lose. So basically what I tell me say, them not stop violate the constitution, guys. Hey, it's bad, It's a dark day in Jamaica. It is. People, the country is on its knees. That's what you call a constitutional crisis. Jamaica is on its knees at this moment. The whole judicial system locked down. No case now go on tomorrow. Nobody can sign off nothing. DPP, no office people. No DPP, no the office empty. Hello. Anybody home? But the right chokri, I talk about say, it's business as usual tomorrow. So him no care, have no respect for what the court say. But would listen to a dunce like him. Because him saying one cook up all of this. That's why the government lose in a court again. That's why we're in a constitutional crisis. Someone listen to a dunce like him. Can I hear Mr. You go back to Mr. Wildman again. Every case against the government in a constitutional court, him win. Every one of them. So you talk about 100%, 10 for 10, 100 for 100. Imagine that. With all the money where the government have, and all these heavy lie them can't get around them, the government will lose case in a court. Imagine that. So what I tell you say, government no stop violate the constitution, people. This brother no stop. No respect for the rule of law. That's why when this brother come in and say, boy, he wanted to push back the, we can see the access to information to 70 years. 70 years before we can have access to some information. Right, guys? So all the wrong when doing the office, we'll never know. So all this integrity commission, all this poking around with auditor general, find YMT, fan, rare. Him not like it. Because him never want nothing to be revealed until 70 years after him dead and gone. This brother wanted 70 years for the access to information to be available. This man wanted undated resignation letter. Undated, He want him cabinet people them sign undated resignation letter, That means they already signed your resignation letter. So all them have to do is just put a date on it and get rid of you, All them have to do is put a date on it and get rid of you. If you go against him, he will be the one who have them in him draw to keep you in line. In his autocratic society, he wanna be dictatorship when start at Jamaica already. Why would he want that? Me say I hope the Labour them kick him out today. Because if they don't, everything I go down from here, so people. That's parallel, and you don't have to do them nothing. They might do themselves because God don't like ugly, I got time, people. No business what some people are saying. Look what them doing, them are falling over them heels, over heels. Ever since Mark Golding going to Parliament and drop the rock stone in there, appear wheeling, appear squealing. Till the House Speaker gonna write up reprimand woman who she not no power of write up woman. Right now she still get backlash for that. She gonna write up Miss Curtis and she not have no power to do that. It's so she bright. And that's what the world say on social media say, the Prime Minister wife bright. I come write up woman who she can't write up. Embarrassing. They never case with Ligel now. And it's big old budget presentation, the mouthing and the whole of the best in the world and blah blah. Big old flop because we find how much mistake upon it if we come back in a parliament. Remember nobody do them nothing, They talk about Orlando Terry Long go and put up picture on him page where black out PNP prime ministers. All of the black guy. They know this are sitting there with Paula Llewellyn in a court. People nobody do them nothing, you know. People up here slide, they think I slide, don't see it. They talk about the black drum saga, the corruption behind the drum them. We look like say Uncle Labor right and get them, I look at them and sell the drum them. You talk about the water saga, the yellow water, we find itself in them cesspool truck and niggle where the health department and tell the people themselves to look for crumbs in the water. Crumbs. What kind of crumbs? Look for the odor in the water, smell for odor in the water. Look for water discoloration, water that look like water. Also make sure the truck look clean. The hose and fittings now have do the crumbs in it. All these people back to back to back to back. Nobody have to do nothing, people. God don't like ugly. And no matter when I say God time now, when you have to move, you have to move. When you have to, me say, you could have hold on, you could have nail down, you could have cement you down in it. You have to move. So me tell you, say, if I me like, me go back to Obeah man for me, refund. Because nothing now work at this time. Nothing now work at this time. That's all me I say. DPP, you going down in history, not as the first female DPP, but as the worst and the most corrupt. You rather that. You rather that than just walking away with whatever dignity you have. You rather that. So you put money or whatever you all get from all of this. Nobody do this for free, you know. No, man, nobody pull a dull rimple for free. Nobody do this for free. What are you going to get for all of this, mama? More have to know. Are you getting paid for this extra journey, extra push, extra embarrassment, extra cheering on your character, integrity, everything you want to work for? What are you getting for this? Because it seems as if it's very lucrative. What you get for this? A bad man. The DPP threw the country in a constitutional crisis, man. She and Andrew and the whole of them. They right. Chuckery. The whole of them people. No him talk about say man got Supreme Court. My appeal it. Appeal court. So millions of dollars there's of people. Taxpayers. Money could have buy MRI machine and CT scan in hospital. But then the money, they don't have their money there. But to appeal to keep them friend there. Where they violate the constitution to keep her there. They might go back to the same constitution and if we take a chop off fight again. No respect for constitution. But like I said, may I ask a question? If the Prime Minister was an honest man, would Miss DPP have to do all of this with her integrity? If the man up on top was honest, would Jamaica end up being a constitutional crisis? Would Paul have to push and pull and map up? Would she have to use her integrity like a map? Guys, answer me in the comment section. If the Prime Minister was an honest man, would DPP have to do any of this? Would Jamaica be tossed into a tailspin, into a constitutional crisis right now? It's embarrassing, people. This is something the world I look upon, you know, and just we alone, you know. Remember them together in the news, you know. Remember the world I look upon it, you know. The world I wonder how stupid can we be? Make this man drive you over the cliff. The world I wonder how stupid can we be? Make this man drive the country over the cliff. The country is bigger than any one man. The country is bigger than any one man. But let me tell you something, people. That is what Miss Paula Llewellyn failed to observe. It seems as if she's so labor right. She's so political. She'd rather see the country drop off of the cliff. Tail spin into a... That woman, she need to go on with Shaga, man. You can't bring with a constitutional crisis. Basically, you're strong arm the country to keep your job. You're strong arm the country to keep your job, ma'am. You ring him the arm of the country to keep your job. You throw it in a tailspin to keep your job. You bad up the country, you threaten the country. You're strong arm the country to keep a job, ma'am. Go on where you go. We don't want to see you no more. Eh? You not caring and no shame? Brother, I say the fire now. Lord God, I say, oh, she a go on like say she want her travel document take with too. She want go under the radar if she not already under the radar with the rest of them. Because she got to be up there doing some dirt with them. And that she show me, I feel that she been in that office the whole time doing dirt. And we never think so about her any other time. No, is it? No, me and look upon and say, the whole damn time the woman up in there do dirt. The whole time the woman up in there do dirt. The whole time people are that me as people. I believe the whole time this woman up in there do dirt. The whole time. If me never believe that no other time, but this time, I could have was so. This is personal. Country and a constitutional crisis for one woman. We are ready to change our constitution to keep this one woman. Country push on the constitutional crisis for one woman. We're going to spend millions of dollars. We're going to appeal the constitutional court ruling to keep one woman. The only person who can be DPP in Jamaica is one woman. This is sickening, man. No, we say they need to investigate that woman. We need to start look good now, brighter, shine light over there. Everything with a woman a touch. That's why some people in prison will show their road. That's why some people their road who should be in prison. People, my God, shameful. Shameful ending. Shameful family. Destroy our reputation. Destroy our reputation. Very disappointing, people. Shameful end. But she don't want to go after the end. She don't think it's an end. She want to come back and fight again. People, tell me what you think in the comment section, man. Thank you so much for watching this video, man. As usual, I'm a student in your class, you know. I'm a student in your guys' class. Remember that. Make sure your comments make sense in every sentence. Black Beauty said JLP hijacked the country. That's true. That's what's going on. And they're very arrogant with it. Very, very arrogant. Guys, as usual, I am a student in your guys' class. Please make sure your comments make sense in every sentence. If for the first time on the platform, you like the work, people, please subscribe, no man. And YouTube, follow me on Facebook. Yeah? But at this time of Sunday, you know, we're going to collect some offering now. It's time to pay the dues, people. You know, we're going to collect some offering. And the offering will be commenced, people, in short order. It's shortly after this commercial.
I hear man talk all kind of lie. Oh, 20 million and 28 million. Lie! Me not take no salary increase. So my salary is what it was before. And I tell you something, I feel like just keep back to. Because he's a proud man, you know.
Lie.
People tell lie for me.
Lie. Thank you, guys. Guys, give it with love, store it above. Give it with a willing. Give the likes them. Give it with love, store it above. Guys, give the likes with a willing heart. Thank you, guys, for watching this video. Guys, yeah, man. If you think somebody should hear this, also share this, people. One love, my people. Jamaica will say, Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica. Tomorrow is going to be interesting, people, to see how much lower this woman is going to drag the country. Election and a shame. Boy. No, sir. I'm mad out. You could have a braid for your head and make people use it like a broom, like a map. I must have mad out. People, thank you for watching this video. Bless up everybody there, you know. People, I want to them. I'm mad out, people. I want to go on, I want to take them. No, sir. I'm mad out. I want to take them, people. No, sir. Everybody lose them brain. In a right boy, people. Anyway, Thank you so much, guys. I'll talk to you later. Very interesting time we are in. A constitutional crisis. DPP allow our country if you're going to have a big old constitutional crisis and want your job. Are you going to make the country spiral in a constitutional crisis and come out you want to be DPP, boy? Go away, man. Are you going to make the country spiral into constitutional crisis? Are we going to bad up the country? We are going to stick up the country with that ransom for what? Your job? Yeah, just go away, man. Yo, people, me love you. Country over anything else. Country over DPP, PNP, and Labour Right. Run the fire, man.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. COVID money, miss away, eat the yellow correct you. Use the youth, the money, waste for most of the statue. Say we like a catch you, but we got in a figure you. Take the spit of money, God, and say that is not you. One day, the man above and up, him a got up. Too much it in the kitchen, some a fly by like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% praise.
It burn me.
Garbage pile up the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again.